we go. What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Weekly Nerd. I am Sam Brush, and with me, we have David Drucker.
What's up, guys?
We have Tony Kaz.
Woo-doo!
And we have Ian Robinson with us today.
Greetings,
Who's able to join us today. Our big topic.
Huge topic today.
Comic-Con going on.
That's
wrapping up
San
today.
Diego Comic-Con.
I wish I was there, to be honest. That'd be very, very nice.
That'd be amazing.
Tons of trailers that we're going to talk about today. That's the big thing we're talking about today are these trailers. We're going to talk about our favorites, our least favorites, some stuff we're excited for, some stuff we're like, what the heck are they doing? And there are a few of those that we're like, what happened with that? Let's start off on a good note, though.
Okay.
All right, let's start off with good.
Let's do it.
What was your favorite trailer? Not necessarily the thing you were most excited for, because they might not be synonymous, but what was your favorite trailer from the ones that were released? And we're looking at, just so that you guys are aware, you had an Aquaman trailer, and I know I'm going to forget some. You had Aquaman, you had Teen Titans, you had the various seasons of the Arrowverse that are going to be coming out, of Supergirl, Arrow.
Let me just stop you for a second. DC had an amazing showing at San Diego Comic-Con. DC.
Yes.
Marvel, where the heck were they?
Well, I don't think Marvel needed to.
Yeah.
Marvel has everyone in the palm of their hands waiting for Avengers 4.
No,
They do.
No way.
Marvel doesn't have to release anything, and everyone will go see Avengers 4 next year, and Captain Marvel, because they have everyone in the palm of their hands.
Yep.
They didn't need to have a big Comic-Con.
Yeah, no, they
really didn't.
You're all crazy.
I
You're
think-
all crazy.
I'm just saying, why waste the money if I know I have everyone going to see my movie anyway?
It does cost money to do everything at Comic-Con, people.
And I know they have it, but why spend it if I know you're coming to see it anyway?
yeah.
And
The
quite
big
honestly,
thing with Marvel that's coming out, obviously, is Captain Marvel, and then
Avengers
Infinity War.
Sure.
And they're not giving us. Drucker and I were talking about this, and I agree with him. He swayed me. I don't think we're going to get anything to do with Infinity War except for a title. I think we will get the title. I don't even think we're going to get a trailer. You might get not a TV spot, but a short, like
snippet.
10, 15-second thing that shows with sad music behind it that shows Tony and Cap and Thor in this, but you're not I don't think you're going to get anything.
And I think that's the way it should be. This is more secretive of a project than what Infinity War was. And Infinity War was pretty secret. This is very, very secret. They don't want anything getting out about this movie. And it's supposed to be the ending of the MCU, but also a beginning.
Right.
They're ending with all these original characters like Cap, Thor, Iron Man, and then beginning, hopefully, with Captain Marvel, Strange, Black Panther, Spidey. So, they don't want this coming out.
No. DC needed a great showing.
Yeah.
They had to have it.
Because DC had Justice League last year, which they just had a lot of crap movies, and people bash DC because it's DC, I guess.
Yeah.
I think they also understand, like Alfred Hitchcock once said, the best special effects come from like the human mind. And I think from an advertising perspective, Marvel understands the best advertising is speculation.
Yes.
Right? So they've got the audience speculating. They're like thirsting for more information about the upcoming Avengers movie. They don't need to put out anything, and even if they do, they could spoil things if they want to, and they don't want to even risk that. DC, on the other hand, they want to focus on building their properties and all that stuff. So for DC, I think it was expected they would put out more stuff.
5 years into the DC universe now? They're really behind.
I'm pretty sure Tom Holland is sequestered in a soundproof, video-proof room and is not allowed out until Infinity War is released.
He's locked under chain and key with the Mickey Mouse guarding him, and he's not allowed
We're going
out.
to make a great segue. And you said that they were thirsty. What made you thirsty at this San Diego Comic-Con?
The two trailers I thought were best, I would definitely go with Aquaman and the Godzilla one.
Well, speaking of Godzilla 1, and here's the thing, we are live streaming right now on there, and so if you guys have questions or something like that, go ahead and ask them. And we got a question from Joey Zawiski. Godzilla, what did you think? So, Ian, Godzilla, what did you think?
Boom.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, when I was a kid, I really loved the Godzilla movies. Toho was the first multiverse, basically. I don't really enjoy them much now, because they were meant for children when they first came out, right?
That's true.
That being said, I really did like the first Godzilla movie, the one with Gareth Edwards directed, the newer one. Now, the thing about this one is this was the epitome of a teaser trailer. It didn't really give us much plot, which is fine. It's meant to tease. It's not meant to give us like what the movie is. But the cinematography in this looks amazing, which I was expected.
Yeah.
But the thing for me, there's tons of Easter eggs in this one.
Huge Easter eggs.
They are going all out. I mean, they're going multiverse. I mean, I saw Mothra.
Yeah.
I saw Rodan.
Yep.
I saw Ghidra.
Yep.
Like I
If you
thought.
see a rodent, you should try and trap
Not a
it and
rodent.
get rid
Rodent.
of it.
Well, I would probably
very
call the
different
exterminator.
things.
Say, Mickey's
He's after
Vader.
that one too.
If I had something that could blow things up in my kitchen, I would be, But, like, they're going all out for the multiverse. They're going, these monsters are coming. And it's a bit concerning to me in some ways, and I'm a bit giddy in others, because I want to see all these monsters. I want to see what they're going to do with them. But at the same time, don't get ahead of yourself. If Marvel proved to us one thing, is that taking your time, developing characters the audience cares about, and making sure you get that chemistry right makes for a solid foundation for your universe. So I hope they don't get too into it, because, Kong Skull Island, I was a little iffy. I thought it was entertaining, but nothing spectacular in that movie. You know what I mean? Nothing that made me want to go, oh, I'm excited for what they're going to do next in the universe. But this one, I don't think Kong is going to be in it at all.
Nope.
But
it is called Godzilla King of Monsters.
the Monsters. They've definitely set up Godzilla as the hero of this universe. So, I'm interested to see what they're going
How is
to
a giant radioactive lizard that just wants to destroy everything a hero? I'm very confused.
He kills the other giant radioactive things.
Yeah, that's true.
That doesn't make you a hero.
Godzilla is like the balancer, right? He stops all the stuff that's going to destroy everything and then goes to sleep. And that's...
We're going to cut right into David. David, what was your favorite trailer of SDCC?
I think I'll have to go with the Aquaman movie.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Wow.
Well, I was talking to Sam. I rewatched the trailers before coming to just to refresh my memory. Shazam, I was a little confused about with what they're trying to go for. Not saying it was. I don't know if it was horrible, but I wasn't sure what they were going for. Aquaman, I liked the trailer. You got some semblance of what the plot is, even though I think it's a plot we've seen before in like The Lion King or even like Thor, where he's got to become the right king for Atlantis. He's got to beat his brother, and I thought Loki.
Or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like it's a plot we've seen before. Could they do it well? Sure.
Is there a plot we haven't seen before?
That's the thing.
That's kind of true.
But
New under
We're all
the
the hero
sun.
in 1,000
I
pieces.
want to take a second and talk about Shazam. And we had Jeff Zawiski, who is the brother of Joe Zawiski, ask us, "What did you think about Shazam?" And here's the thing:
Can I cut into this one?
no,
Come on.
I'm going to say it, and then you
Come on.
cut in because I think we're going to disagree
Yeah,
entirely.
we're definitely going to entirely disagree.
Shazam looks like crap. It looks to me like a parody superhero movie. So, and here's the thing. Ian pointed this out, that it's very probable that pretty much everything we saw in the trailer is a first act of the movie, which might redeem it some. But here's the thing. It looked to me like, one, it doesn't belong in the DCEU, which is now what DC...
It's the
worlds
of
of
DC.
DC is what
Worlds
they're
of
calling
DC,
it.
yeah.
We'll talk about that
Or
in
even
Supreme
the Marvel
Court.
universe. It looked to me like it belonged as a Deadpool-esque type of movie, a movie that's a superhero movie but is actually making fun, really, of the superhero genre. And I went, these jokes aren't hitting. I never laughed. Not one time in the trailer did I actually laugh. I went, that's kind of stupid. Like, when they try to make him fly, so he runs up the skateboard ramp, and he's like, ugh, and then he falls back down. I was like, stupid. So I know we're going to disagree. So try, Tony,
I'll be
in the
middleman
nature
here.
in the nature of the best meme out there right now, Shazam was a crap trailer. Changed my mind.
All right, let's talk about this, right? Shazam, as a whole, I used to read Shazam comics when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So I have a brief background of like what the story is about and the introduction of Black Adam, and
Is that who they're going with?
they're
as
going
the
with
villain?
Black Adam as
It
the
is a
villain.
Dwayne Johnson.
It is
It
Dwayne
is.
Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah,
Which could be redeeming. I like Dwayne Rock
he's
Johnson as an actor.
an interesting actor. I'll give him that. He doesn't always have a great hit, but he
Right, but
I don't know if that's his fault or the movies he's just
Exactly.
movies he's in.
He strikes me as a Nicolas Cage type of actor that
Yeah.
just they
Great-
approach
great
him with a
actor.
movie and he goes, "I'm in." Doesn't matter what the movie is, I'm in.
Wait, what's that? $40 million? Yeah,
I'll do it.
I don't care if I'm selling women's pantyhose.
So
$40 million on a table.
Right.
I'm doing whatever it takes.
okay, so sell me on this.
All
'cause
right. So the whole premise of Shazam is that a child who was neglected and picked
Right.
on as a child goes into the
godly
foster
powers.
No. He gets into a foster system, and he gets into this family that has a disabled kid. And if you watch the trailer, it shows the disabled kid getting picked on, and him coming forward as a superhero kid to stop bullying. Mm-hmm. And I think that was a great premise for a movie. It's a great premise for superheroes.
Agreed.
Which is cool. B, I think they should have fixed his costume. His costume looks way too cartoony.
Yes, it does.
And it looks cheesy and cheap.
Mm-hmm. It looks overly CGI, like Green Lantern costume.
Not quite that far.
Okay.
I won't go quite that far, but
it looks like kind of like Adam West tights.
Yes.
Kind of, which is not what you want in this age of superhero movies.
Pause before we keep going. Who is that actor? I recognized
I've seen the
him,
face,
and
but
I
name.
know this actor, but I have no idea who it actually
To any
was.
of you listening, if you saw the Shazam
Comments.
trailer and you
forget
know
what
who
his
that
name-
actor
I
is,
forget
please
what his
tell
name
us.
is right
Yeah,
now.
tell us what
We
this
recognize
actor
the
is and
face,
who
but
he's
don't know
in.
the name.
But continue.
Zachary Levi?
Maybe.
Is that what it
I don't
is?
know.
It might be, actually.
I think that's what
It might be, and he was actually in the Thor movies as the
One of the
Warriors
one
3.
of the three,
I
yes.
forget which one. It might be Fandral.
Well, it's not the short, fat one.
Yeah, not the short fat one.
And I highly doubt it was Sif either. So
Yeah,
maybe, but I could be wrong.
I'm pretty sure that's what
Could
his
be
name
wrong.
is. But
I'm looking.
anyways,
I'm actually looking it up right
goes-
now.
Okay.
Through that story, he
Zachary Levi, and Dwayne Johnson is in it.
Okay, but
Yeah.
what was Zachary Levi in?
Oh,
Chuck,
Chuck,
okay.
The TV series Chuck.
That's what I knew him
That's
from.
what it was.
Chuck.
Yeah,
He's
that's what it
Chuck.
was. Chuck.
Now I will never be able to unsee that.
Yeah.
That this is a guy. That this is Chuck.
Chuck in a
Oh,
rubber
that
suit.
doesn't bode well. It's like the guy that plays Jim in The Office.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
matter what he's in now,
He's always Jim.
Jim from The Office.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can be watching him in 13 hours where he's a
Right.
A private
he is
defense
Jim from The
contractor.
Office
Yeah.
doing whatever that is.
Yeah. So,
And thanks to Ben Wilcox, who told us it was Zachary Levi as well before
There we
Drucker went and found it. So, thank you.
But I found it before I even looked for it.
I don't see Zachary Levi as
A superhero?
Shazam. Or, like,
We'll
as
find
that
out.
one.
We'll find out.
You know what? I think the casting might be okay. But like I said, there's problems. Yes, the scene that you brought up with him trying to fly, that was stupid.
And Shazam can fly, correct?
He
if
can
I remember
fly. He
correctly.
can fly. He has pretty much all of Superman's
I was going to
powers.
say, he's
Except the
basically
magic
another
base.
Superman.
It's magic
but
based
magic
Superman.
based.
Right.
I felt like the Shazam trailer showed a little too much of the origin. It didn't.
It
leave
showed
enough of the
too
movie.
much of the movie without showing anything interesting of the movie.
It didn't show
Yes.
like there's any semblance of a plot or like Ian and I were talking about like if he had like a coming of age story, like
Well, yeah.
he had to be
if all this
responsible.
is just the first 15-30 minutes of the movie where he's a child, so he's going to do immature stupid things, and then Black Adam shows up and he has to take on responsibility, come of age, realize, okay, this is how the world is, and that could be some more of an interesting story. So I'm going to give this trailer a bit of a I don't know, because
That's where I'm at with it. I
Because-
don't know. It looks interesting enough to pull me in.
the trailer doesn't do much for me, but I can see it could be bad, could be good.
And you know what, too? I was thinking, you know what, maybe it's just a little early in filming. They should have waited for a trailer. But I think this was the perfect time for DC to release these trailers. Because Marvel,
huge.
and we talked about, Marvel did not show up for this, and they didn't need to. Right. But that was DC's chance to, hey, it's all about us. We can put out stuff, and people are going to talk about us, like we are.
And really, everything that was put out, major trailer that was put out, is DC related in some way. From the Arrowverse to Shazam to Aquaman, they were all. Now, this is
Almost everything on the CW, The Flash, Green Arrow,
And even the launch of the DC Universe streaming service.
Yeah, Black Lightning as well.
Black Lightning,
which we didn't even add to the web page, but
I forgot
no one
about that. They've
Well-
got so much.
there's so much on there, so much. But man, where was my train of thought? Oh, I did like the scene where he did invincibility, where he was in the
when he gets shot.
I did like
get
that.
shot.
scene.
That was
You're
pretty funny.
bulletproof.
Oh, you're dead.
That does look kind of cool. That he's a kid who's got a best friend who is in the comic world.
Yes.
And so they're trying to figure out the super. It could be really good.
Like I said, first
iffy on
15
it.
minutes, he's being a stupid kid who just had these powers, and then the plot kicks in. Okay,
Right.
you can work
Yeah.
with that.
The real problem was if Marvel had made this trailer. Let's be honest, we would go, "Oh man, I can't wait for that. They're going to do really good."
Yeah.
But since DC has not released a home run
solid.
movie, they've released I
True.
even call it a double in Wonder Woman. A good hit.
Yeah.
Went to the wall. They got